back to E3 Live, powered by Twitch. You ready for some Black Ops 3? I am. The game is just so good. I have the fortune of being here with the race. Are we zooming out now? Can I get?
Yeah, no, it's all on you. It's just your face.
It's
The
your
race
show.
is him. This is the face of the race.
We are ready to reveal the race. Here we go. Finally. All right. I just made that really awkward.
No,
but I'm here
it's fine.
okay.
It's okay.
We got Jericho.
Yeah.
Goldglove. Tmartn. Dudes, glad to have you guys here again. Together you form the race like Voltron or some.
Yeah, it's like a
The Triforce or whatever.
That's what it is.
So for those watching, like, what is the race exactly?
You want to take this?
Yeah, the race is about, what was it, 3 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years
three
ago, we all moved in together, and we were living in the same house, and we all got our roots, well, besides him, we all basically kind of grew up on YouTube doing Call of Duty stuff.
Right.
And the new game came out, and, you know, it's always fun to know life with your friends.
You want to play with your buds?
Get a little dirty and not shower too much and just play the game for 24 hours. And we decided to live stream it. And then every year on the new launch, we decided to live stream and continue it.
Just keep doing it.
And partner up with the Call of Duty Endowment Fund and try and raise some money for veterans.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any figures on like how much you guys have raised? Must be like a massive amount, right?
Last year's we raised, I believe it was $20,000.
I think it was $30,000.
$30,000 after revenue and stuff.
Yeah,
wow.
And that was, that's the fourth year.
That's amazing. Yeah, and how many Call of Duties is that? What was the first Call of Duty you did this with?
First one we did was Black Ops 2.
Right.
And then every Call of Duty since then. So.
And we did one on Titanfall.
And we did Titanfall.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah. So
Man.
a lot of races, a lot of hours spent in our man caves.
It's not you mean my living room.
Yeah,
My house.
our living room with all those with the monitors and the setup. Our Xbox, actually, this is a great story.
Ooh.
Our Xbox. The one Xbox lasted, I think, 3 of our races. The entire thing.
Staying on for a week
and
straight.
it still hasn't.
Is
It's
it still
still
okay?
alive. It's still alive.
Are you predicting that it's going to give out one of these?
I don't know, man. It is. We bow down to it. It is the.
It's a trooper.
It really is.
trooper.
It gets it done.
I mean, yeah. So we're excited for this year. This year's going to be crazy. It's going to be bigger than we've ever done it.
Yeah.
Every year it's bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Always
it's
gets
been
bigger,
crazy.
yeah.
So, I mean, when we first did it, I think it was like, what, 6,000 concurrent maybe, 7,000
Yeah,
concurrent?
like the first time we did. No, we peaked at like 10,000. We were so hyped because that was back when none of us were very large on Twitch, and we had just started getting into the streaming thing.
Yep.
So we were all very YouTube-based, and that whole Twitch idea of doing like a 24-hour streamer house didn't exist. Like, that was a new thing.
Right.
I think we actually had the longest VOD on Twitch for the like 96-hour
did,
VOD.
yeah.
96 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
For like 2 years.
I feel bad for the people trying to go in there and find specific things.
Yeah.
Like, I will never find this.
Is that still playable? Can I go back there now and actually play it?
All our
all
VODs
of
are
it.
available.
Wow. Way to go, Twitch.
All 4 years.
I know,
We're
right?
probably, when they had to wipe all these VOD, it's our fault.
We cannot save them forever anymore. 96-hour
so
broadcast
sad.
can't do it.
So sad.
So with Black Ops 3, what's the road been like for the race from like up until this point? Like, what's it been like with this,
So far, it was actually kind of cool because Twitch presented and Activision presented us with this, let's do something crazy for Black Ops 3. So we did some commercials, which is really cool. We'd never done that before.
Those are always fun.
It
We
was
had some fun
we
with
just
that.
had some fun times.
Made it super sellout.
And just kind of, I don't know, we've just been kind of preparing ourselves to do the race for Black Ops 3. We recorded some gameplay earlier that I think these guys will be able to see here in a
This
sec.
dude has been doing nothing
this
but
guy.
like it's his life, you know.
Oh, it's insane, man.
He
Yeah.
just has been breathing Black Ops 3. He won't shut. We're eating like breakfast, brunch, lunch, whatever before this, and he still won't shut up. We're like in the middle of a meal. We've all played it. Like, it's okay, Trevor. He's like, so. Anyways,
Have you
about
heard
that
about this?
sniper, dude. I'm like, stop.
I can sense that. We played together this morning for a bit. We'll see some footage later on. But, like, all I get is just wisdom coming from this man. Just on every weapon, I'm like, just tell me more.
Well, I played last night, so I had a little bit of a heads up. So
Yeah,
a little
he
bit.
cheated. He cheated what he did.
The mother.
So every year you guys must have learned something new from, like, a new experience from, like, each race and, like, just making the next year better. Like, what have you guys learned so far to kind of make this, like, Black Ops 3 race, like, what it will be?
don't eat
What
takeout
lessons?
sushi.
That seems like an easy one. Is there, like, a horror story related to that? 'Cause I'd like to hear it.
I'm the only one that dodged that bullet. Apparently,
you didn't
so
like
our
sushi.
first year,
Right.
Black Ops 2, I wasn't a fan of sushi at the time. I am
Right.
now. But for Black Ops 2, they decided all to get sushi one night.
Right.
Delivery.
Delivery sushi,
And,
like gas station delivery sushi.
It wasn't a gas station. It was like
Essentially, it's like the same quality.
But it was bad. They all got food poisoning from it. I was the only one. I'm like, I'm fine. I guess I'm going to be finishing the race myself.
What's worse,
So
the
it's
best part
miserable.
is that, like, So Ernie,
Right.
you know, Twitch employee Ernest Lee, #1 Modern Warfare 2 Prestige player, by the way. He's better than all
Modern
of us.
Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare
He's
3.
like 20 feet away.
Yeah,
over
he's over there.
He should
He
just
can't
jump
even hear
on.
us.
Yeah.
Ernie, hi, buddy.
All right, he doesn't even see us. All right.
But he actually ended up puking on stream, but like continued to play his
That is hardcore.
He set the controller down, leaned over off the camera, and then came back and picked it up and went back to playing.
And then
it was
he just
unbelievable.
kept I mean, he's the guy that takes over and does 8-hour shifts. He does shifts back to
Willingly.
back. Just like, no, I'll do 8-hour shifts. We're behind these guys, so we got to catch up. 8-hour
It's
shifts.
gross.
In Black Ops 2, so we were done with the entire like week-long race.
Right.
The next morning, after we had finished the stream, we ended at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. I wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. He's up trying to get diamond camos in the shotguns.
Like he's just sitting in like we hunched over playing in our living room, and I'm like, oh god, like you need to take a break. You need to go home and do some work.
Good thing he's like you're there for him. That's like sounds like dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
So
that's an addiction.
But you guys must have tons of competition, though, right? Like, I'm inspiring so many people like try and beat you in the race. Like,
Actually, that's the best part is that we've won every single time, and we have actually won every single future race that we will ever do. Like, we have a trophy to like commemorate this. It's official.
They've already made them. They're just sitting there waiting
Yeah,
to
exactly.
them.
See, it's a race in our own hearts.
It is.
We're not the best players by any means. And everybody thinks that, like, hey, we're racing. The first year, we were.
did.
We
Right.
will admit. We tried, and we raced the Prestige. We were the first ones. But now, there's too many. There's, like, all the pros out there aiming for us. We're like, we can't compete with you guys.
And on top of that,
You know?
like, we wanted to go a different route. Like, the race, obviously people are like, well, why is it called the race if you don't race? It's like, because we did it at first.
Right.
We
you
raced.
don't want to change your branding. That was our brand. That's our name. So.
Right.
And, you know,
It's our own personal race.
Right.
Too, man.
if we can actually make it.
If we can ever. We haven't made it the last 3 times.
Because we set aside about 5 to 7 days. That's like only no human.
Yeah, we can't go for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
We have jobs. I gotta stream I gotta stream on my own channel.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to balance sometimes. It gets, you know, we always have the honeymoon stage with the race. The thing is, like, behind the scenes, man, it gets brutal. Like, 3 or 4 days in, you've been playing it. Like, literally, that's all you've been doing.
Those
It gets-
2 to 6 a.m. shifts.
Yeah, the 2 to 6 a.m. shifts are the worst thing on the planet.
Do you go through phases, like mental phases, where you just go like start to go insane, and
Absolutely.
then like
Oh,
just,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
just
Absolutely.
vegetate?
Oh yeah,
like-
and then you know you have the whole Twitch chat. That's like you have one bad game, they destroy you.
Oh.
And it's like, dude, it's 3 in the morning. I haven't slept in 2 days. Like, give me a break.
It's not like we keep the same schedule blocks. It's a rotating schedule. So
Right.
like basically you play 12 hours after you're done, or 16 hours after you're done. So like you're going to bed at 2 p.m. and then the next day you're going to bed at 6 p.m. and the next day you're going to bed at 10.
Yeah, so your
you're
sleep
like,
schedule is constantly rotating.
awful.
So
You're probably done for weeks after this thing is over. Like, your sleep schedule's probably just like completely destroyed.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's
So-
rough.
But it's worth it. It's always a good time. I mean, we did it because we wanted to hang out with each other and play games and just bro out. So, and that's what we do. So,
hi friends, we
I'm
got some
excited.
people. We got the Call of Duty
there- there
Endowment
we go.
Fund people
What's
out
up?
there.
hey.
Lovely people.
But I mean, it sounds like you guys just can do this for the rest of eternity, right? And you guys should. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as there's somebody as long as the endowment fund supports us, like there's no reason to stop. We're having fun.
Look at those smiles. I love that. But cool. Let's talk Black Ops 3. Like, what do you guys? I mean, what are you most psyched about?
Trevor,
Trevor
I feel like
started.
it's right down your
I
alley.
think for all of us, it's the new specialists and the characters that they've added in to kind of have like an RPG element in a way, and the special weapons and powers and stuff like that. It's really like it's old school Call of Duty with an entirely new feel, which is something we really haven't had before.
Yeah.
So
the movement is amazing, to be honest. It is just enough of a difference from previous Black Ops that it's different, but it still is Black Ops.
Right.
Yeah.
And Black Ops is, well, for me, it's been my favorite Call of Duty in the entire franchise. Black Ops 2, I think a disgusting amount of days put into that game.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I love
shouts
it.
outs to the people on Twitter. All those favoriting for no exos, like
Yeah,
your
for
favorites
no
did
exos.
it. Like without your favorites, this could not have happened. No, like,
We would have
'cause, I mean, when you're watching the trailer, it does look like they're double jumping or they're like boosting, but it's not
entirely-
It doesn't feel that way at all.
Double. It's not really a double jump.
It's
though.
like a glide.
It's very light, and
I don't know how
it's
to
not
say it.
used. You wouldn't use it in like a combat situation. That's the thing. You're not using it to strafe away from a gunfight.
Right.
Use it
You
to
use
traverse
it
the
to-
map.
You use
to
it
move
to
around.
get around the map, which is different from Advanced Warfare
Yeah.
because the whole thing is exo ability movements to
Right. David.
strafe.
Oh yeah. David was mentioning last night even it's like using it the wrong time just makes you more vulnerable, right? Like you don't want to use
Absolutely.
it like the wrong
Right,
time.
right, yeah, because you kind of hang there for a second. It's slow. You're
Right.
supposed there's ledges that are twice as high as your character, so you have to double jump to get to them.
Right.
But you know, the verticality of the map, I noticed, is like the maps is fantastic as well. It's not too crazy. It's just enough to where you're like, well, I'm high enough, but I'm not like way up in the sky, and there's 3 levels, and you don't know where the other guy is coming from. It can be miserable, but I think they did a good job in these maps. So.
That's one of the things that Vaughn had said was their goal with this game was to keep everything in frame, so that when you're looking straight, you can see everything that's going on. There's not stuff where you have to look straight up and straight down to be able to see where people are.
And they did a good job of that, especially. I mean, I know they went back to the 3 lane.
3 lanes, yeah.
The 3 lane is huge. I mean, that was a huge part of why I liked Black Ops 2 for the most part.
Right.
All the maps were 3 lanes, and every map that I played earlier today, 3 lanes. So they were very consistent with that.
Yeah, it was actually, and for anybody that's like a big fan of Black Ops 2, the biggest thing kind of is not only the movement, but it's just being able to jump in and get that Call of Duty feel with the 3 lanes, or just being able to understand the map within 1 or 2 games of playing. Not master, just understand where people are and where you should be heading towards to get into the action.
Where they're going to be spawning. Stuff
exactly.
Like that, yeah.
So you know, after the second game, and I had not even touched it previous to this, and we had never played this map. You know where to go. It was surprisingly nice, because you're always worried. You're like, oh god, everybody's like, it's so clean. The new Call of Duty is the newest, cleanest, like most different but not different game. This one like pretty much does kind of live up to that. You know, it feels like familiar, but there's enough there that you're like, oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, right there, it just showed
You dying.
me dying. that was me jumping off the map, because there's a lot of pits like right here. I mean,
Yeah.
But so the wall running is really the word. This is an odd word to use, but sticky.
Sticky.
In this, you just stick to the wall. You feel like you're gonna fall off the map, and the walls are super long, and you can traverse almost the entire map. Especially, what was that first map we played today? All I know is there's a wall run that you can literally go from
entire
their spawn to their spawn almost, and get behind it. So it's flank heaven. You can just flank them all day, and you feel like your character's gonna fall, but I mean, you can see right here in the video.
Yeah, he just keeps going.
You can just keep going. So if you learn how to jump and continue the wall running, you can traverse this map so quickly.
How often do you find yourself killing people while you are wall running?
I think I did it once.
Yeah.
A couple times.
like-
It's more difficult than you think.
Yeah. But I mean, people are gonna get good.
Homie,
great
the
at it.
trailer
Everyone.
made it look so easy. He hit like
He was
4
popping
people.
headshots, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not. You're not like
So
that.
this is
What
where.
the hell
So
is that?
what I'm shooting
The
right
hive
here.
gun.
So this is the specialist, and I'm shooting the
hive
nano.
thing. Oh.
Yeah, the nanobot like hives.
Oh, that-
and it works perfect for hard point, because you shoot them down to the hard point. People are trying to go in, and it kills them. As soon as they go into the hive. Very cool. I noticed that kind of worked out the best for me. So let's talk about specialists.
Yeah, all right. So like there were, what is there, 7, Trevor?
There are 9 total, and right now we know about 7.
Okay, so
There's 2 locked.
we got to go through all of them, and it pretty much the way it is, because if you've been watching, it's kind of like beating a bush. They have like augmented abilities that you can activate. You can see the specialist bar on the right side. It's like the little gun that he's got, the icon by his ammo.
Yep.
And basically, once that's full, you can use the ability, and some of them make you run super fast, and some of them let you have like an AOE ground slam. So like they each have like abilities that would be good for specific game modes.
Yeah.
And it's just like changing out your loadout. So you just change your specialist in the main menu, and you can change it up for hardpoint or search and destroy. So I don't think it's going to be like, oh, my favorite, the best specialist is the one with the crossbow. Like, you're playing search. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. Use the drone.
Yeah, here we have some
go.
right here.
So
Yeah. So it really depends on what you're doing. So, for example, Ruin right there, his second ability is Overdrive.
Right.
Which is, like we were using it for CTF.
CTF. You pick
grab
that
a
flag
and just
activate
enable
it, and you just
you're gone.
dip out of there. Yeah.
You're
It's crazy.
You disappear. And, how do you pronounce that? Sephiroth?
Seraph? Yeah.
What did I say?
Sevenus?
I don't know what I said. Sevenus. She has the pistol that.
Oh,
and
the
I
Annihilator.
was
The
shooting
one-shot
people
pistol.
through walls with it.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
It goes right through walls. Its penetration's awesome. So that, oh god, Twitch chat's gonna have
Twitch
a
chat's like, oh my god.
penetration.
Penetration. There we go.
I think that the main thing is that I was a little afraid, like if you play a MOBA, if you play League of Legends or Dota or anything like that, your ult is your be all, and like you waste that
Right,
ult and it's
right.
like it could change the game for
Right.
you entirely. Not the case with this. You miss it and you're just like, ah, damn. Like I really wanted to use this.
Fills up pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, they fill up quickly.
The abilities, I think you're supposed to get, right now it's balanced around 3 to 4 times per game, average playing, average kills, stuff like that. And then the weapon is usually about 2 to 3 times a game. So weapons are a little bit more rare than the abilities, but...
That sounds about right. I was getting to mine. And it depends on how you play. If you have a bad game...
If you suck,
you might not get them as... not as much. But I like that they have it set up so it is on a timer. So even if you are the worst player, you never get a
You'll
kill.
still learn
You still get one
based off of time.
You still at least get like 2 of them a game.
Right.
And that's a good setup.
I'll need that personally. As you guys
So
I wouldn't brag about that.
so
There's people
alive.
watching this.
But I mean, anything else about the swimming? Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
you were getting some water combat going on.
Well, I was trying, but nobody wanted to come swimming with me. I don't know. I think I peed in the water. or
Yeah,
something.
probably.
I don't know,
Gross
but
ass.
they wouldn't hop in there with me. I don't know. I was trying to fight some people underwater, but it's really fluid. Like, you jump in, and instantly your gun's out, and you're swimming, and you can even do kind of the sprint swim where...
And you can
Put your gun away.
But then you can't aim while you
They had a couple. They had one map. We were playing Hardpoint, and I don't think it was not the map
one
that
with
we
the
were just.
waterfall.
Yeah, but it had a waterfall right above the B point.
Right.
It wasn't
Oh, yeah.
Hardpoint. It was Domination.
Yeah,
So
it
you
was
jump in,
Is that
and you
hunted?
can.
I think that's
what's that?
hunted. I
Yeah,
think
and
the
you
map's
can
hunted.
you can kind of like hide underwater, and you can pop out and then just
Kill people on the
and
hardpoint.
then go back
Go back in.
underwater. It's super.
Now they're
fun.
camping in waterfalls?
Yeah. Wow. Is there no
And
limit?
there's no escape.
No escape.
You can actually go underneath the waterfall, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you swim underneath, there's like a little room in the back that you can get into, which is kind of cool.
Were there any perks related to like being able to go underwater for longer? Like
I don't think
remember.
so.
No.
Not that I know.
You can stay under for
No.
10 seconds.
That's
So-
pretty long
that's-
time.
that's a long
That's
time.
plenty of time. Never mind.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
Everybody knows
well.
elite soldiers only hold their breath for 10 seconds.
Of course, yeah. Navy SEAls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, man.
11 if you're like.
They're more like Navy. They're like Navy dogs. They got, and then they're back up again.
Yeah.
They just can't.
The doggy paddle.
That was such a bad joke.
Any weapons jump out at you guys? Like any go-tos? Like the AK or the.
I
Trevor
actually,
knows
what was the? I used an LMG. I put every
yeah.
single
What
was that
attachment on.
called?
It's
The,
called the Dingo.
The dingo.
And
It had
I
like
put-
no recoil.
It had like no recoil. Well, it had recoil, but I put rapid fire on it. I put laser sight on it. I
Rip.
put I put a bunch. I literally took everything off. I didn't have a secondary weapon, any grenades, and I just used the LMG. And I absolutely destroyed one.
Yeah,
It was
I
so
got killed like
funny.
4 times in a row with the
Yeah.
flag. He just kept killing me. I was so upset.
Maybe
Yeah.
a balance issue. I don't know. David, where you at?
Yeah, early on.
but
Bon,
like,
it's OP.
the thing that come on, man, we gotta nerf things now. The game's not even out.
It's
I'm
an
gonna
alpha.
I'm gonna make some judgment calls. No, it seems like the way they tried to balance this, and obviously you're gonna like once everybody gets their hands on it and gets in like the hard data, so they can figure out what not like numerical values guns do.
Right.
They're gonna find like the best gun to make. But
Yeah.
you have a lot of trade-offs. Once you put those 4 perks on or 4 attachments on there, you take away perks and other things.
Yeah.
So it's still like that pick 13 system or pick 10
Pick
system.
10, yeah,
Pick
yeah.
10.
Yep. Which I think is the best for balance in terms.
I liked it the
Absolutely,
best.
yeah.
It was the most easy to understand. Like you knew exactly how much you had left, exactly how much you could go for, and where you were trading off things.
Exactly.
So,
How often do you guys find yourselves like sacrificing your secondary? Like
almost all.
Almost all the
Always.
time. But the thing is, I was running the sniper, and there's a 3-round burst pistol that's actually very, very, very good, and it surprised me how good it was, which is cool because I feel like we've gotten away from having good secondaries in Call of Duty.
The
I remember
Raffica.
in Black Ops 2, we had the Cap 40 and the B23R,
Oh, yeah.
and so it's good to have like some good secondaries back because I never use a secondary in Advanced Warfare.
So there was almost no reason to. Once if you had like that SMG,
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
rushing in. When are you gonna like swap weapons? You're
No,
in the middle of
never.
their spawn.
The
so.
B23R was probably one of my favorite.
That's
pistols in
exactly
Call
what
of Duty
this
history.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
It's in this game again.
Dude,
I'm not sure what the name
you
is.
could run around with that and Scavenger and
and still kill people. Yeah.
and literally have a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
See, but the thing is, a lot of people are upset about those secondaries that are strong like that because they're like, it's a secondary. Why is it as strong as a primary?
They're
So-
not as strong, but
Well, no,
they're
definitely not,
they're-
but-
they're-
It's not
at
like
least
the
they're
Spaz
useful now.
12
Exactly,
from Modern
yeah.
Warfare 2 where you could Sandy Ravage just like, all right,
Cross map,
we're
boom.
playing on Wasteland shotgun time. Like, okay. Just pump
Hey,
those brakes, man.
Hey, man, model 1887. All day, baby.
Pre-patch.
Yeah.
So are you guys looking forward to like your fans making like custom camos for their guns, like the Goldglove camo,
it's
Tmartn
so
camo,
cool.
Jericho
That's gonna be
camo?
really
It's really
cool.
yeah, I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, have like
The
fan
camos.
contests.
I'm already the camos you're gonna see.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So insane.
It's there. I don't know. I mean, it's along the same lines as the emblems in Black Ops 2. You know how many people got their emblems banned? Like
They're
the
gonna get
emblems
very
you
vulgar
still
very
see
fast.
to this day.
Yeah.
To be
and now
fair-
it's gonna be on their guns. fun.
To be fair though, there were also like for every like horrible emblem I saw, there was probably like
Really
one
good ones.
Somebody spent way too much time making like the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, or like,
Yeah.
or like Iron Man or something. There's some
like
crazy
Jesus.
ones.
The thing is, they have like super in-depth, extremely precise tools now, so you can adjust like the percentage of the angle and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Which is something we didn't have before. So it's going to be like they're going to be even more in detail now.
That's great.
And you get 64 layers per side of your gun.
Great.
Per side?
Per side.
Oh,
left,
my
right, and
God.
top.
How are they going to manage that? Because it's just going to be like tits and dicks everywhere.
I know,
on these things.
I know,
like,
right?
I mean, like, how are they going to? I mean, maybe it won't matter. Like, I
Yeah.
can still get away with it
Put
now.
my Twitter at Jericho on my gun. Everybody uses it as advertising
See,
for me.
There
the thing
we go.
is that there was a channel on YouTube previously, and it
Right.
was about it was just emblems. They would
Right.
make different emblems,
yeah.
and then it was like tutorials.
That was crazy.
Now there's going to be channels for gun skins where it's like, oh, you want a Batman gun skin? I made it. Follow
What's
this
up,
tutorial.
Modern Warfare
Like
2?
that could be crazy videos. There you go. Someone out there watching right now, you just got
Yeah, you're welcome for the
a
YouTube.
channel idea.
We'll see
But
you on
yeah,
the couch.
It could be an absolutely crazy channel.
I might get hate for this. I'm surprised you can't like sell your camo. Like you work like 15 hours in this thing. Like
Yeah,
why
right.
can't you like sell it or trade it for points?
Put
or
it
whatever?
put it
Like,
in the
yeah,
market,
like,
drop
yeah,
it in
exactly. The Steam market kind of thing. Yeah.
I mean,
I may take that back.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you're able to share it with people.
They haven't
Can you?
announced
You can
like
share it?
how though.
Oh,
they
yeah,
say
yeah,
there
that's-
are going to be sharing features. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
So you
though.
won't even have to replicate it. You can
Yeah,
just
that'd be
download
perfect.
it.
I wonder if they'll have
Better.
like
Yeah.
like top-rated gun camos
That would
and
be
stuff like
ideal.
that. You could just download.
Just
That'd be
download
really
them and
sick.
apply it to your gun. That'd be pretty.
That'd be
cool.
really pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
like, tons of community there. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
To have like top creators of like.
That's a
gun
game
camo.
Exactly.
It'd be sick.
That's in a
It's
game in itself. Yeah, yeah.
It's the gun creators because they did make a big point about like you can make your gun look like anything.
Right.
I think I'm gonna spend a whole day making like the widest gun, just like this long, just like a wide shoulder, just like yeah, man. Like,
That'll be good.
Oh man. So let's see here.
wow, you're trying to kick us
No,
off.
I'm just trying to figure out whether the man is here. We're talking with David Vondahar a little bit later, and I'm gonna make sure I'm like.
Oh, the
I
man
see
is
him right
here.
there.
Yeah.
I
He's
can
right.
I can feel his presence.
Yeah, just like the
Vondahar.
aura. There
The
we go.
Vondahar.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there anything else like in particular you guys are like looking forward to in Black Ops 3? Any like final?
Man, I'm excited to play it.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
Black
getting
Ops
like
fanboy.
having everybody else get their hands on it because it seems like
Yeah.
every year we go through the same cycle.
Right.
We get to play it, or
Yeah.
people at E3 get to play it. So there's a couple people that are like, dude, either depending on what it's, dude, this game is awesome,
Right.
and then everybody else is like, no,
You
it
don't know
sucks.
anything.
Like I
Yeah.
saw the trailer, I know what the game is. So I'm excited to get people's hands on it because I want to know how far off base I am. Like, is everybody gonna feel the same?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's a matchup or not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, and
Maybe
you know,
our opinions are crap. I don't know.
I mean, there are a lot of people who play way more Call of Duty than us that are
Yeah.
going to be way more qualified. But to be fair, we've played every Call of Duty. So we have a good baseline
But
for this.
I think the fans will be surprised. I think if they enjoyed Black Ops 2, they're going to enjoy Black Ops 2.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Treyarch's always been the studio that everybody's kind of looked forward to as being like the rock to give you a good content game.
And this is their first title with 3 years to make it. Which
Yeah,
is
and on next
huge.
gen.
And
True.
solely on next gen. They
Yeah.
haven't developed at all for previous gen, so
Yeah.
Right.
it's going to be a big deal.
Huge improvement.
And I'm especially excited for see what they do with the zombies. Like they are the zombies
my
dudes, right? I know they
gosh,
won't
I
talk.
can't
They probably won't talk about it today. at all, but,
absolutely
I highly
not.
doubt
Yeah,
it.
They're not
they
going to
won't.
trust us with
Yeah,
info.
no, yeah,
Please.
but I'm sure it'll be like amazing, whatever it is.
Oh, of
So,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty sick for that. But dudes, thank you so much.
Thanks for having
Absolutely
us.
sick having you guys here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Can't wait for the Black Ops 3 race later this year. Gonna be
Right.
awesome. And
Appreciate it.
do you guys want to share any pimp yourselves out or anything? You guys, I mean, everyone already knows. who you are.
Twitch.tv/The Race.
Yeah,
There we
the
go.
race.
There we go.
November
So-
6th.
November.
Yep.
We'll be there.
All right, guys. We'll be right back with the man himself, David Vondahar. Hang right there.
Yeah.